Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're taking a deep dive into, well, a whole stack of recent sources all about AI's global ascent, deals, tools, and breakthroughs. I mean, the world of artificial intelligence is just moving at this unbelievable speed, right? And these sources kind of give us a shortcut to understanding the biggest shifts happening right now. So, our mission today basically is to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge from, well, everything: big company acquisitions, defense contracts, new AI tools, the latest in language models, and how all this is impacting society. Get ready for some honestly surprising facts and some really critical insights, stuff to help you make sense of it all.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating about this moment is just the sheer dynamism, the energy in the AI industry. We're seeing really aggressive competition, not just for market share, but like for the fundamental talent, the cutting edge tech. And this goes hand in hand with these massive investments. But also, there's this rapidly growing awareness of the ethical side, the societal things that come with such powerful advances.
Okay, so the first thing that really jumps up from these sources is just the frenzy of deals and partnerships. It's like a game of high stakes chess, really, for talent and innovation. Take the Windsurf saga, for example, that AI startup. OpenAI tried to buy them, right?
Yeah, for a huge amount, like $3 billion.
Yeah.
But it fell through.
Right. And then Google comes in and, well, they didn't buy the company, but they basically outmaneuvered OpenAI.
Exactly. They got the core team, the really key people who then joined Google DeepMind's Gemini project.
Yeah.
And they licensed Windsurf's coding technology, groundbreaking stuff apparently, for $2.4 billion.
So it wasn't even about the whole company, just the team and the tech.
Pretty much. Which
Yeah.
really underlines something important, I think. It's not just about buying a startup. It's about securing that foundational talent, that proprietary tech that could, define whole areas of AI for years. It's like a land grab, but for the brains and the code behind future innovation.
Wow. And then just to show how fast things move, Cognition apparently snapped up Windsurf super quickly after that. Record speed deal, it just shows.
Yeah, the pace is unbelievable. And it's not just these startup deals. We're seeing massive investments elsewhere, especially in defense.
Right. The U.S. Department of Defense, they awarded contracts up to $800 million.
That's the number.
Yeah.
And it went to OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and Elon Musk's xAI.
And this is specifically for developing advanced AI tools for military planning, administration, stuff like that. It feels like the Pentagon's biggest push yet into AI.
Definitely seems that way. And it wasn't just that big pool of money. OpenAI also secured a separate $200 million U.S. military contract.
Okay, so clearly a big strategic interest there in national security.
For sure. But the private sector is making equally huge long-term bets.
Absolutely. Like Meta, Mark Zuckerberg's talking about investing hundreds of billions, plural, billions with a B.
Hundreds of billions, wow.
Yeah, into massive AI data centers. The goal? Build world-leading superintelligence, attract the very best engineers. Their first big cluster, Prometheus, is slated for 2026.
Ambitious doesn't quite cover it.
Tell me about it. And it's not only the absolute tech giants, even Hollywood's getting involved. There's this AI firm, Moon Valley.
Yes, I saw that.
They secured $84 million in funding. The money's for enhancing their Mere video platform for filmmakers, helps create video content, but they're focusing specifically on ethical content creation too.
Which brings us to a crucial point with all this expansion. The geopolitical side, the ethical currents running underneath. There are these growing concerns about NVIDIA's collaborations, with tech companies in China that are linked to the military.
Right. That's stirring up debate about transparency, the wider geopolitical impact. How much control should nations even have over this stuff?
It's a tough question. And then you have things like xAI, the reports that they're requiring employees to install activity tracking apps on their personal laptop.
Yeah, I saw that. To train their AI, Grok. That obviously sparks a huge debate about workplace privacy. Where's the line between, work and your personal device data?
It gets blurry fast. And on the development front, OpenAI actually hit pause on releasing its open-weight AI model.
The one where they make the code and data public?
Exactly. They cited safety concerns, needing more assessment time, which, also happens to slow down their direct competition with Meta's Llama 3. Interesting timing, maybe. So what this whole first segment really shows, I think, is just the incredible value being placed on AI talent, on the tech itself. It's driving these massive strategic plays. and bringing up these really complex ethical questions that come with moving so fast. These deals, these investments, they're not just about market share today. They're really about shaping the future of AI, from how the military uses it to whether models are open or closed, and wrestling with those big dilemmas.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting for everyone. The wave of innovative AI tools that are actually becoming available and the just remarkable progress in language models. This isn't just for the Googles and OpenAIs anymore. It feels like it's genuinely democratizing access to some pretty advanced tech.
It really is striking how quickly these capabilities are getting into more hands.
Exactly. Like, look at robotics and development. There's this robotic arm, the Hope JR, costs $500.
$500.
Yeah, and it's fully 3D printable, apparently highly capable. It makes advanced robotics suddenly much more attainable for, researchers, DIY folks. It's an open source thing. That's a game changer for individual inventors.
And that whole open source idea is spreading. Hugging Face, they're a huge player in the AI community, right? They've open sourced their entire AI tech stack, models, data sets, training code, everything. The idea is more transparency, empowering researchers and developers everywhere. It shows this kind of collaborative spirit, even amidst all the competition.
Absolutely. And looking ahead a bit, there's this platform coming, Caffeine. It's built on the internet computer blockchain. It's going to let users build decentralized apps, dApps, using AI and just natural language. So basically making it easier for anyone to build Web3 apps on a decentralized net. The official launch is set for July 2025. So these tools are also set to transform productivity workflows, stuff that directly impacts you listening right now. Context, for instance.
Ah, the AI Office suite.
Yeah, promoted as the world's first. The aim is to just automate routine office work seamlessly. Think email summaries, meeting notes, all that stuff, potentially handled automatically, could change productivity globally.
And for the coders out there, Amazon just launched Kiro. It's an AI development platform meant to streamline everything, coding, debugging, integration. The goal is shorter project times.
And then you've got Goldman Sachs. They're piloting Devon.
Yeah, autonomous AI software engineer. Yeah, that made waves.
Right. They want to boost productivity, maybe deploy thousands of these things, which, predictably, is sparking fears about white-collar job losses. Some predictions mention up to 200,000 Wall Street roles.
Oof. But here's a really interesting counterpoint from the sources, a bit of nuance. A new study actually found that some AI programming tools might slow down experienced programmers.
Really? Slow them down?
By about 19%, yeah. Apparently, they can introduce new complexities, even bugs. The suggestion is they might be great for beginners or for generating boilerplate code, but for experienced developers working on complex creative stuff, these tools might actually add friction, disrupt their flow, which is a huge challenge for the tool makers, right? How do you truly augment expertise without getting in the way?
That's a critical point. And then, of course, the big one, the advanced language models, the creative outputs. This is probably what most people think of with AI right now. Moonshot AI, their Kimi K2 model, it's open source, and it's getting top results in creative writing, tool use, basically matching or even beating some of the big proprietary models. Huge competition, especially for Western firms.
Meanwhile, Google's Gemini embedding model just topped the MTEB leaderboard.
Which is a big benchmark for text understanding.
Exactly. How well models understand and represent text. Crucial for search, recommendations, that sort of thing. So Google's still very strong there, and that model's now available for large-scale production use.
And what about accuracy? Avoiding those hallucinations.
Well, Contextual AI's GLMv2 model reportedly outperformed both Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro and Anthropic's Claude 4 on factual accuracy benchmarks, setting new standards for minimizing those moments where the AI just makes stuff up.
Good to hear. And then there's Musk's xAI. They launched Grok 4.
Right, boasting better academic scores, image analysis, deep integration with the X platform, clearly aiming to one-up OpenAI's next big thing, GPT-5. Plus, Tesla's already put the Grok AI chatbot into new cars across the U.S., so you can talk to your car.
Conversational assistants in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, OpenAI is still prepping GPT-5. The promise is breakthroughs in reasoning, handling multiple types of input like images, audio, not just text, and human-like memory. But they're facing legal challenges, lots of rival innovations popping up.
It's a moving target.
Definitely. And on the creative side, Google's Gemini platform now lets you turn photos into short videos. 8 seconds with sound, powered by their VO3 model. It's out in over 150 countries.
And connecting things back, that open-source Kimi K2 model has apparently been integrated with Google's VO3 to help rapidly produce cinematic video content too.
Wow.
So stepping back, looking at the bigger picture here, We're seeing this absolute explosion of tools promising to boost our capabilities in coding, office
Yeah.
work, creative fields, you name it. But it raises this really important question for you, the listener. As these tools get smarter, more capable, how do we make sure they genuinely augment our potential? How do we avoid them just replacing people? Or even, like we saw with some coding tools, actually hindering us?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? So what does this all actually mean for you? Because AI isn't just, headlines from Silicon Valley anymore. It's getting deeply embedded in our health, our safety, even how we get news.
Let's maybe start with health and public safety, because there are some truly remarkable breakthroughs happening there. Like there's a new AI-powered brain scan. It can estimate how quickly your brain is aging.
Seriously?
Yeah, giving early insights into potential cognitive decline and think about how that could change how we approach brain health long term.
That's incredible. And down in Australia, researchers developed this AI algorithm, CACDAD.
Right, it predicts heart attack risk much more precisely. It looks at plaque location, stability, apparently outperforms the traditional calcium scores.
Yeah.
Imagine the lives they could save if it becomes standard practice.
Huge potential. But then on the safety side, AI tools are getting common in policing. And there are growing calls for mandatory transparency oversight.
Which is critical to prevent things like wrongful arrests, protect civil liberties.
Absolutely. And there's one widely used police AI tool in the US that's actually under fire because it was erasing records of its own use.
Erasing records, that raises serious accountability concerns, doesn't it?
You think? And then on a more sort of personal level, in India, reports say more people are turning to AI tools like ChatGPT for relationship advice, emotional support.
Valuing the anonymity, the availability, I suppose. But experts are rightly warning, caution is needed. Professional oversight. AI isn't really a substitute for human connection or actual therapy.
Definitely not. But okay, so risks are emerging, but what about mitigation? Are we seeing ways to handle these downsides?
We are starting to. For example, a big security flaw was found in Google Gemini for Workspace. Allows hackers to embed invisible, malicious instructions in emails.
Invisible instructions, how?
Yeah, they can basically trick the AI-generated summaries. So advanced phishing attacks become possible. Google's urging caution, basically saying don't blindly trust AI summaries without checking.
Okay, good to know.
And we've seen some really awful real-world examples, too. There was an arrest in India highlighting the danger of AI-generated image abuse. A man distributed AI-manipulated explicit images of former partner using tools like Midjourney AI.
Oh, that's horrible.
It really underscores the urgent need for responsible use guardrails and probably regulations.
So on the positive mitigation side, there's this new thing called FlexOlmo.
Yes. It allows AI systems to dynamically exclude sensitive or copyrighted data during inference.
Okay, what's inference again?
That's when the AI is actually processing information and making its predictions or generating output. So FlexOlmo helps prevent the model from learning from or using inappropriate data on the fly. It raises the bar for ethical, adaptive AI.
That sounds useful. And what about public opinion? Do people want to know when AI is being used?
Overwhelmingly, yes. A new survey showed 94% of U.S. news audiences want clear disclosure from journalists about AI's role in reporting. High expectations for transparency there.
That's 94%. Wow. Okay.
And finally, AI's role is just expanding everywhere. Diverse industries, academia, U.S. insurers, and car dealerships are adopting something called click-ins.
Click-ins?
Yeah, it's an AI tool for vehicle inspections. Uses smartphone photos, 3D modeling to spot hidden damage. The aim is less fraud, faster claims, shows how AI can streamline these traditionally complex manual processes.
Makes sense. And if you use Google, expect more AI there too. They're expanding AI-driven ads within those AI search summaries in India, rolling out new ad tools for media and YouTube.
And in finance, over half of major financial institutions now say generative AI is a priority for credit and risk assessment. But interestingly, many are struggling with talent shortages and actually scaling these systems up effectively.
So the ambition is there, but the execution is still catching up.
Seems like it. And in schools, K-12 classrooms, AI is starting to reshape education, supporting teachers, personalizing learning, handling admin tasks. Experts really emphasize collaboration, though. It's about helping teachers, not replacing them, to get the best results.
That's a key distinction. And this one's wild. UK scientists launched an AI initiative, $4 million funding, to try and decode animal communication.
Decode. Animal communication. Like talk to the animals.
Kind of. The aim is to eventually create ethical, global guidelines for human-animal communication based on what they learn. Imagine truly understanding what animals are trying to tell us.
In ending.
Mhm.
So bringing it all together, this really poses a huge question, doesn't it? As AI gets woven into so much of our lives, healthcare, policing, relationships, work, how do we ensure these incredibly powerful tools are used responsibly, ethically? How do we protect privacy, prevent misuse, while still actually harnessing all the immense benefits they offer?
Phew. What a deep dive that was. We've covered so much ground. The lightning-fast deals shaping the industry, these incredible new tools democratizing everything from code to video, and the really profound ways AI is already impacting your health, your job, your society. It really is a truly transformative moment happening all around you right now.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, maybe think back to someone like Norbert Wiener, decades ago, musing about machine intelligence. He suggested the history might be less about if machines can think, and more about how we choose to shape their intelligence and integrate it into our lives. So given everything we've just talked about, what really stands out to you? What do you see as the most critical challenge or maybe the most exciting opportunity in this incredibly fast-moving AI landscape?
Something for you to mull over as you encounter AI out there in your own world.